part 13 of my Let's Play Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Like I said, I'm back and I'm here to do the rest of the loyalty missions and also do the side missions, which is Project Firewalker and Project Overlord, before doing the main mission, which is getting the Reaper IFF. Okay, let's first talk to Kelly.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Okay, nothing to talk to, nothing from her. Okay, let's go here. Weapon bench. Got that pistol damage, which is the remaining pistol damage. Last one. Got that sniper rifle damage. I still need one more for that. And I'm trying to remember when I was. Oh, yep, I was heading down to see Garrus and Fane, because like we get to talk to them again for like completing their loyalty missions and all that good stuff. After this, we're going to get started on Tali's loyalty mission now that Garrus is loyal. Okay, first let's talk to Thane.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You spend too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hammer trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
I like how you just casually said, "Of course not. I did my first kill when I was 12." Like that makes it any better.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
I take it you never seen Blasto. I'm joking. I should have said.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under a compact. It was an honor for our family.
Compact.
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us. Some of us from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the compact.
What exactly are the terms of the compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the Encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the black of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed Mass Effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind, so overcharged with inhabitants. And the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do that day. Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then a snow of spice on the spring wheel. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Well, okay, you'll find out who that person was that was in his scope sight in a second.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now. He said sunset eyes glared defiantly into the scope. That was Thane's wife.
Seems like you put in more food and less ass.
Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking. Remember, he's the one that cooks your food. He could put something else in your bowl specifically. Okay, like I was saying, that hand art though, that from that description, like the sunset colored eyes glaring defiantly into the scope, that was Thane's future wife, who's now dead. Now let's talk to our boy here.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Sidonis. Whatever happens with the Collectors or the Reapers or whoever else comes after us, I know you'll get the job done.
You actually think we'll find something worse than Collectors or Reapers?
I like to expect the worst. There's a small chance I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Garrus, I love you, bro.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course.
Ah.
It's strange going into a suicide mission on a human ship. And people don't prepare for high-risk operations the way Turians do.
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about tracking Sarah to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galley. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I prefer blind optimism.
Honestly, Garrett, what do you think our chances are?
Honestly, the Collectors killed you once, and all they did is piss you off. I can't imagine they'll stop you this time. An unmapped area, advanced technology, and the Collectors. We're going to lose people. No way around that. Not a happy analysis, I know. Don't worry. I won't spread it around. I'm with you regardless.
See, this is why I have to take Garrus with me on every mission. He got my back no matter what. And when we get to Mass Effect 3, you'll see why Garrus is the perfect brother for Shepard.
Do you ever regret leaving C-Sec with the Turian military?
Not for a minute. When it comes down to it, Shepard, I don't think I'm a very good Turian. When a good Turian hears a bad order, he follows it. I'm not gonna complain, but he knows his place. I just don't see the point in staying quiet and polite, not when the galaxy is at stake.
How do Turian crews get ready for high-risk missions?
With violence, usually. Turian ships have more operational discipline than your alliance, but fewer personal restrictions. Our commanders run us tight, and they know we need to blow off steam. Turian ships have training rooms for exercise, combat sims, even full-contact sparring. Whatever lets people work off stress.
You mean Turian ships have crewmen fighting each other before a mission?
It's supervised, of course. Nobody's going to risk an injury that interferes with the mission, and it's a good way to settle grudges amicably. I remember right before one mission, we were about to hit a Batarian pirate squad. Very risky. This recon scout and I had been at nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
I assume you took her down gently?
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility. Or the moment.
My boy, dropping people in the ring and dropping them draws.
Thanks for the time, Garrett. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
Yeah, my boy, Garrus. See, now, if you're playing as a female Shepard, if you're trying to romance Garrus and you get to that point, if you're playing as a female Shepard, you can, basically, you'll can have her say, looks like you're carrying some tension, she can offer to get rid of it, and that will trigger the romance whole dialogue thing. And if you guys want, I will be doing, as a matter of fact, since I will be doing a female Shepard run of this game, of this Let's Play. Alright. Unread messages. Okay, like I said before, now we're gonna go to the migrant fleet and help Tali out. And man, I got a lot of stuff here. Oof. And like I said, I will be doing all these, like I'll be doing like gathering resources and these little mini side missions off screen. Alright, here we go. The migrant fleet. Let's dock. The thing I don't like about Garrus, like Garrus's loyalty, I guess new loyalty outfit looks cool, but the only thing I don't like is that it's still damaged. It looks good, but if that little hole will be patched up, it will be better. But that's why I always stick with this, because it always looks better. Looks better when it's not, you know, messed up and damaged. All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. Wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
Now, call me crazy, but Captain Cardana, he sounds like Zevran from Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2. I gotta see if that's the same guy.
I never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all. You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives of all. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty corridors of the stars.
Keep us alive. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor. I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of the secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Okay, so we are right now on the Rye, I think. Hey, give me a second, guys. Just got to see something real quick. Well, I don't know if the guy that voices Cardana is the same guy that voices Zevran, but the guy that does. Yeah, you're as good as about to get decked in the jaw, bro. But yeah, as I was saying, the guy that plays voices Zevran in Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, his name is John Curry, good voice actor. but he does provide additional voices for Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. So the guy who voices John Curry could voice Cardana. You never know.
Tali Zora of West Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron, Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tunbe. She's a friend of my father's.
And your mother.
Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from Denima. I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora Vas, whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promise that I would not delay you.
I gotta say, this looks nice. Look at some greenery on this ship. Looks nice. Reminds me of college, about how everyone is seated.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Kors. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vas Nima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalkoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Now, like, here's the thing, guys. I'm pretty sure you guys recognize that voice. Those of you that played Dragon Age Origins, Admiral Garrow, the guy that voices Admiral Garrow is the same guy that voices Terran Loghain in Dragon Age.
How could Tali have brought guests to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. The shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Okay, so now we know what we gotta do. We gotta go retake the Alarai. And Admiral Zen, if you guys take away that little voice amplifier thing.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Okay, as I was saying, like, Admiral Zen, if you guys recognize her voice, if you take away that voice amplifier that all Quarians seem to have, that is Claudia Black. You will know her you'll know her from Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Inquisition as Morrigan. And if you also remember, if you guys seen her earlier roles, if you guys seen Pitch Black, she plays the character Shaza in Pitch Black. And she also plays Chloe Fraser, I think her last name is, or just Chloe. She also voices Chloe in the Uncharted series.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Okay, now we're gonna talk to a few people. First, Vitor.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I...
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything. And what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this. And we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
See, had we given Vitor to Cerberus, they would have interrogated him and really made him basically worse than he is now. Like he's not good, but he's not bad either. But let's talk to Zen.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
So basically, yeah, you can tell by the tone of voice that is definitely Claudia Black, aka Morrigan. Just that specific accent she has and the way she speaks in that "I am superior than you" tone she has.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary.
See?
If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots.
Yep, that's...
to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
See what I mean? That is that Morrigan tone right there, calling somebody an idiot outright and not caring in the slightest. That is Claudia Black to a T.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm system. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp. Perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
Wow.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
Yeah.
Ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Yep, that's definitely Claudia Black. Okay, we've already seen that. Okay.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
Let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course. I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
What is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
No, really, Tali?
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
See, like, I mean, Claudia Black has a habit of playing characters that...
This is on their heads.
Calriga.
Shepard, Tali Zora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
Yeah, you do. And as I was saying, like, It seems like Claudia Black has a habit of playing characters that we will eventually like or just outright hate for the rest of the franchise. Zen is one of those characters that you will just despise.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, State argued the charges against Talizora. You served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Carl.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haestrom. She and Admiral Garrow are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant. Well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haestrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haestrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, the chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haestrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
See now, Chorus is just an awesome character. He's one of my favorite. Next to Tal, he's one of my favorite Quarians. Shala Ron is also my favorite, but not a favorite of Tali, as you will see in a second.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Oh, see what I mean?
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
Yeah, come on.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Riazoro only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Rial was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
Coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Rael was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the Admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grew tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Which means the wind is blowing towards going to Rannoch and starting a war.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
And see, the thing that annoyed me about that was like when I first played Mass Effect 3, I saw like a huge, like in the Spectre requisition office, a little spoiler here, like you'll see that a big broadcast was going out to all Quarians on active pilgrimage to return to the migrant fleet, and it was assumed that the Quarians were preparing for an all-out assault on the Geth. Which, when I read that, I was like, oh my god, you guys are so stupid, man. I mean, I know you want your homeworld back, but we're facing a Reaper invasion. We're facing an invasion of a species, of a race of machines that are trying to wipe out all life. Which I found very dumb.
I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
Hey, Loghain.
With finding my father, Admiral.
Hey, Loghain.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet.
Oh.
So Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
And I gotta say, you got a very funny way to see things.
I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rael inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. Put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rael was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Basically, had we not agreed to go aboard the Alarai, they would have just blown the thing to all hell, basically.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. She sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining soup wetter he always was.
That's funny.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
And is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago.
You were.
Wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Oh. See, I agree, I partially agree with Corris, and I partially agree with Garrow. I agree that it's good to retake Radnoch because it's one thing to have a colony world, but it's even better to have a place that was your original home world.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. You can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons. We brought that freighter back. The crew called and kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Why do I feel like that Rail and Garrow's relationship is just like King Merrick and Loghain's relationship before, well, the betrayal and everything?
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral, but it sounds like you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Exactly.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
He's got a point.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
He's got a point, okay, you do need a place where you can put your non-combatants, which is like the elderly, the women, the children. Well, not the women, I guess, because there will be women fighters, but need someone to take care of things on the home world and everything. Basically, need a place to set up roots while everyone else does the fighting. So yeah, there's that. So he's right about that, but still, the risk is too high.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Bas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquipquip. Do not ask about the name.
Please, please? May I please ask?
Gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
How about I dishonor my foot in your nuts? How about that? Oh, please tell me I could ask about that name, please.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
Can I just beat him up, please? I'm just gonna ask. I just gotta ask.
You have a ship named Quip Quip?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, please, come
Our
on.
people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
Oh my. I'm
If it
sorry.
bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomen. But I am proud of the Quip Quip. But I will not flee because of petty insults.
Okay, Quip Quip. I'm sorry, it's just that name, Quip Quip. I'm sorry. Oh.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
Yeah, what's your problem, dude?
Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
We brought
it. Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
Exactly. See, like, as much as I don't like Chorus, he has a point. Yes, they drove you from your homeworld, but you brought it on yourselves. You tried to annihilate them because for asking a simple question. You guys overreacted when you guys didn't need to overreact.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
We deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We've all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Okay, guys, I didn't realize this.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Okay, guys, I did not realize this, but it turns out Admiral Garrow, he voices one of my favorite all-time video game characters, my favorite video game vampire. He voices Kane. Yep, Han Garrow voices Kane from the Legacy of Kain franchise. For those of you that don't know, Legacy of Kain is you play as a vampire named Kane, obviously, and you are the Balance Guardian, or the Sign of Balance. When, like, if you guys are, I can't go into, like, if the lore of Legacy of Kain is vast and expansive. If you guys want to know, I suggest you watch a let's play, or maybe look it up yourself, because trust me, it's good.
Tali Zora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
For Admiral Rand's orders, a shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Alright. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kila Selah.
So yeah, like as I was saying, Garrow, the person that voices Garrow is the same person that provides the voice for Kane from Legacy of Kain. I thought I recognized his voice, but I kept running the voice in my head over and over again. I was thinking I heard that voice somewhere before besides Dragon Age, and it turns out I was right. That is the voice of Kane. I did not know it. I did not know it at the time. I forgot. I didn't know. I couldn't remember it actually, but now that I remember it, yep, that is Kane. I recognize that voice anywhere. Only one person has that voice, and that is Kane. He also provided the voice for Abaddon. Not Abaddon. I mean, it was Absalom. He provided the voice for Absalom in Darksiders 2. Okay. My lord, how many of them are you? How many of them are there? Oh my god. There. Man, there's too many of these guys.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order. Something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves. Signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Well, it's actually... I'm not going to say it. You guys are going to have to figure out yourselves. Here, did the Geth put you up here or something?
This looks interesting.
Geth shielding strength, shield strength. So yeah, like since you guys saw that little research, I'm pretty sure you know who the last squad mate's gonna be. It's gonna be a Geth.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Kayla. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Railzora.
Shut it down. Shut everything down. They're in the system.
Incoming.
This made me sad right here. See, when I first saw that, that made me sad because I mean, they made a mistake, but still, it just made me sad seeing that. I know, Garrus.
Console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoner Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. They may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
See, and that's why I find the Quarians very tragic, but also I'm not that sympathetic to their plight, because like I said, they brought this whole situation on themselves. Oh no, you don't. You ain't coming up them stairs. Oh shit. Focus on taking out the hunter. Boom. Whew. And there's the man himself, Rael Zora.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangel and Daro Zen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
Wow.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Alright, but first, go in here. Get this wall safe. Good, because I need some ammo. Like I said, one of the reasons why I hate the Maddock. Which is why I think that Mass Effect 3 has some of the better weapon selections. Some weapons you have to... In Mass Effect 3, a little spoiler, some weapons you have to find, some you can buy. But most you have to find. It's much easier to find them than buy them. Well, it's not easy, it's just that it basically money is scarce in Mass Effect 3. In my opinion, money is scarce, and yeah. Alright, let's do this. Thank you, and I'm taking this. Get Prime. In the corner. Come on, pop your head out again. Come on.
Got hostile drone.
All right. Damn, Tali.
Got hostile drone.
Ah.
Eat this.
Damn, Tali. Where you at? Come on, where you at? Where you at, big boy? Where you at? There you are. Oh. All right. Now, here's the thing, guys. We can get the evidence. Getting the evidence will end this mission, but also we can choose to use it or not.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. Looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No, then wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but when this comes up in the trial, we can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
See, we can choose to give the evidence, and I never really did, so I don't know what happens. I always thought that if we give the evidence that Tali will be exiled, and yeah, and she'll be exiled, and Rael will still be held in ridicule.
There has been no
So here's what I always do with this. See, as much as I like Chorus's way like his preference for peace, he's a downright asshole. Okay, let's do this. This is what I always do.
Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
This is what I always do to make sure both parties leave satisfied.
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Now, this is what I always do.
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance.
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. And Geralt wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Now, this is what I always do.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment?
In my opinion, this is like a very guaranteed way of making sure Tali does not get exiled. That's not something you want to do. She should not be exiled.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
Thank you, Kane.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
You can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Why does that sound so suggestive?
Tali, about what your father said, what he did. You deserve better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
See, now this is why Tali's the girl. She's the one.
Come on, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This should come in handy.
Okay, we can return to the mission. We can end the mission, or we can just talk to some people. I like to, I'm not gonna talk to these guys. I'm gonna see if we could get any new dialogue out of Shal'Aran.
The admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if it had time.
We found Rael's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Admiral.
Don't know about that.
No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Kila Salai.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about...
You called us on the carpet out there, Shepard, and you were right. Thank you. Tali shouldn't have been involved in that argument. Tell me, though, honestly, what did you find over there? You spoke well, but I know a feint when I see it.
Tali, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tali. Not that I have much choice. Fight well, and fly safe, kid. Your father will be proud of you.
I say, like, how Admiral Garrow keeps calling her kid. He sounds like the...
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the Alarai. And thank you for helping Rael Zora's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
The galaxy needs more people saying what you're saying, Admiral. Good luck.
Thank you, Commander.
Alright, there's that. Now let's go talk to my least favorite character, even though she's voiced by Claudia Black. But first, let's see how Vitor see what Vitor has to say.
Hello again, Commander. Good luck, Tali.
Okay, Vitor.
Nice talking, Shepard. Funny how it takes a commander to remind the admirals about military honor. Glad to have you back, ma'am. And that you didn't have to give them that evidence you found on the LRI.
I didn't say anything about finding evidence, Carl.
Noticed that, ma'am.
Ah, see, this is why I like Cal. He knows more than he lets on. He's more than just a Marine.
Any idea what your next assignment's going to be?
I'm going to be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haestrom.
What's your take on the war? Are the Admirals going to try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the Admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal. The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
Stay safe out there, Rieger.
You too, Shepard.
I gotta
Carl, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
See?
LRI was a good start, but there are lots more Geth out there that need killing.
See, like, Cal, he's basically, if I was ever a soldier, I would want to serve along someone like Cal. Alright, what do you got to say?
Impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rael Zora's research on the Alarai?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only going to make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
Oh Lord, yep, that is like, see, every time she opens her mouth and how every time Zen opens her mouth and just says what she says, I keep thinking Morrigan. I know that's Morrigan's voice actor, but still. All right, let me just get out of here. Okay, leave. All right, there we go. Tali Zora has been cleared of all charges, and her trust in Shepard ensures her loyalty on the mission. Political ramifications of Quarian war efforts against Geth are troubling, likely to need Quarian forces against Reapers. Cannot risk additional instability. Tali has a new power, which is energy drain. She has a new outfit, which we will put her in soon. Geth shield strength, which is for our for our future Geth squad mate. Tech damage is what we got as a reward. Got some credits, got some palladium, and that's all we got. And now that we're up, trophy earned, treason. Okay, so that's another loyalty mission down. Next we have Jack. Okay, next we're going to do Jack's loyalty mission, then we're going to do Zaid's loyalty mission.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Elkos mail routing. A drill lay in the ocean, dying from Keppel syndrome, and had a dream. In his dream, the guns came to... Well, whatever. concerns Keeper. Oh, hey, it's Chorbin. If you guys remember Chorbin, he was scanning the Keepers, and he'll give you a little side mission to scan all the Keepers that you can around the Citadel. I managed to do it, which is why I got this message. I hope this address still works. I promise to send you intel on the Keepers if I found anything, and this is important. See those scans you took? It turns out the Keepers are bioengineered, and based on my comparisons to some of the material from Saren's flagship Sovereign, they were engineered millions of years ago by the same people who made Sovereign. You may not understand how important this is, but it suggests that the Citadel wasn't really made by the Protheans. It may have been made by something far older, with the Keepers as organic guardians, and what's more, based on my genetic readings, they're supposed to react to something. Some signal or something about every 50,000 years. You can measure genetic variances. It's a bit like comparing rings on a tree to see the drought years. Whoever did this, well, around the last time this signal went off, wouldn't be around the time the Protheans disappeared, and it's scheduled to go off sometime around now. If any of the old tech still works, they could have some nasty surprise waiting for us. Just thought you want to know. Nobody here on the Citadel will listen to me. Chorbin. Of course. So yeah, like Chorbin just basically said that the Reapers, basically confirmed that the Reapers are the ones that made the Protheans. I mean, made the Keepers. Okay, next we're gonna, since we got a lot to do, we're gonna do Samara's mission next, Floyd's mission next, then we're gonna take care of Jack, and then we're gonna do Zaid. But first, let's go talk to Tali. Oh yeah, and yeah, let's talk to let's talk to Tali. Let's talk to Thane first, because like before we were talking to Thane and he was about to tell us about his wife, but he didn't want to talk about it now. We can talk to him now about it though.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event, as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Would you lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls, metal and plastic?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
Oh, yeah, this
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Yeah, come on, man.
Forgive me. Lately, I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, come on, bro. Don't we were bonding, but don't share that with me, bro.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expected to remember the birth trauma we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles in the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid draw.
No. She was a vivid birthday.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
Spent a lot of your life alone, Vic.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
The rest of us lose as much as you do when you hold yourself apart.
I found it difficult to sit in the ship's mess for meals. I'm used to keeping my back against a wall, facing the doors. I'm trying to relax. Find my center.
And funny enough, guys, so you know, my dad was a good man, but just to let you guys know that every time we went to out to dinner, he would always tell me he hated sitting with his back towards the windows and towards the door. He always sat with his back against the wall. He wanted to see people walking by, wanted to see people walking inside the restaurant where we were at. He always wanted to make sure that he could see. He always wanted to be aware of his surroundings at all times. Now take of that what you will. Take of that what you will. Just letting you guys know, I'm the same way. Hey, Tali, how's it going, girl? And yes, I'm looking at her ass. I don't care.
Sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gap. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Okay, guys, next we're going to head to Omega to take care of Samara's loyalty mission.
on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an Ardat Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat Yakshi among the Asari, Arya T'Loak may have tracked her movements.
Thank you.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
I have the package from the drop point on Ilium.
Excellent. And here's your reward. Simple as that. If you should happen to swing by the Citadel anytime soon, there should be another package there near Marib's shop. Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
Have you seen what's in these packages?
Why? Did you find something untoward? Certainly nothing worth getting worked up about.
This information could weaken Arya's organization. You better be sure it's safe before you take it anywhere.
I'm touched. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Shall we get back to business?
Why do you want information about one of Arya's men?
It's not for me. A lot of people want a leg up on Arya, and they'll pay a lot of credits to get it. If Anto or Arya found out, I'd be ruined. Or killed.
Arya will find out what you're up to, Ish. I don't envy you when that happens.
I think I can handle it.
No one has beaten Arya in centuries. When she casts down your clients, she'll come looking for you.
You're right. I have to get out of here. Thank you, my friend. You probably just saved my life. Come on, Cell. We have to get out of here.
Come on, let me in.
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
That depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers, a Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
What's the Bloodpack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut. Some people don't appreciate his stories, especially when he dips into non-fiction.
What's Arya's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one of her deadliest enemies back in the old days. Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy. As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Arya.
Why come to me? Arya's usual muscle not up for the job?
Because Arya said so. What other reason do you need?
People like Arya don't do things without a damn good reason. I want to hear it.
Fine, but I didn't tell you this. Got me? If it gets out that Arya's protecting Patriarch, well, that can look like a weakness. And some people might want to exploit that. You're not on her payroll, so you helping Patriarch just seems like a random act of kindness.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
I'll be back when the job is done.
Good luck.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you to remember. You removed 2 criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above. I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
That seems like a hopeless job in a place like this.
Quite the opposite, actually. This place needs it more than most. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
That's more noble than I expected.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways. You convinced me that I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
I am such a good person.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
Oh, you have no idea. Now we're gonna go deal with Patriarch.
The Asari Shayera, more commonly known as the Consort, has declined to name the next race likely to gain council membership. However, she suggested an announcement could
Master discerned what he got.
Yeah, here's Patriarch.
You said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then you get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. Don't think I know you. I'm the Patriarch. Arius Patriarch. What do you want?
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Ari